There are 17 active Masters champions on the tour right now, most recent being Jakub Mensik's title run in Miami, which brought me an idea. Wouldn't it be fun to rank every player's first Masters title run tier list style? As you can see by the title, it is exactly what we are going to do today. And these are the tiers: iconic, great, solid, it definitely happened, and finally, not a single soul cared. So let's not waste any more time and let's start off the ranking with the most recent winner, Jakub Mensik. And on paper his run looks kinda crazy. In the first round he beat Roberto Bautista Agut, who is on the older side but still a pretty solid player. Then he beat the Indian Wells champion Jack Draper. After that he beat Safiullin, who can be a good player on a nice day, on a good day where he wakes up on the right foot, but then there is a walkover against Tomas Machac. Then the win against Fils was great, but then there is a context that Fils basically didn't get a full day of rest. In the semifinals and the finals he was clutch and he won 4 tiebreaks with the same result, which is kinda crazy. But now comes in the subjective part of this ranking. My subjective thoughts are that Miami Masters are not that great, to be honest. You know, everybody is hungover still from a much better tournament which happened in Indian Wells. The competitors are tired by the time Miami Masters come around, as we saw in the second round against Jack Draper. And in general, Miami Masters are, I don't know, a bit of an afterthought tournament in my opinion. So even though the run in 5 years will look crazy, I will rank Jakub Mensik's title run in Miami in the solid tier. Now let's rank Novak Djokovic's Masters title run in Miami, which happened 18 years prior to his final against Jakub Mensik, which is insane. But the Miami Masters title run wasn't that crazy. He beat Guillermo Cañas in the finals, which is kinda and makes the title run mean a bit less. Admittedly, he did beat Murray and Nadal in the semifinals and quarterfinals respectively, but I don't know, it feels like this run didn't have that something that is needed for me to put it in the great or iconic tier. So Djokovic is joining Jakub Mensik in the solid tier. It looks like the Sunshine Swing brought many first Masters titles, because Jack Draper won it in Indian Wells this year, as we all remember. Fonseca, Brooksby, Fritz, Shelton, Alcaraz, Rune. This lineup is kinda crazy. What's even crazier is that he dominated Fonseca, he dominated Alcaraz, he dominated Rune. Yes, there were tight matches against Shelton and Fritz and Brooksby, but still, this title run was unbelievable. It's not like it came out of nowhere, but I don't think that many people expected for Draper to win it all in Indian Wells. Alcaraz has been running the show here for the last 2 years, so everybody thought that this run for Draper will end in the semifinals, but it didn't. So because of that, because of the unexpected nature of his title win, I would put him in great. Next up is Stan Wawrinka's title run in Monte Carlo in 2014. As a bit of a side note, Stan Wawrinka won his first Masters title on his 12th year on the tour. And he's an all-time great, he's a Grand Slam champion, so maybe I'm thinking that we are judging young players too harshly nowadays, because if a young player doesn't win a big title in his first 5 years, we already write him off, which is probably not something that we should do. As we can see by the example of Wawrinka, he beat Federer, Ferrer, Raonic and Cilic in his title run in Monte Carlo, but I have to be consistent here. He did have the Nicolas Almagro walkover in the round of 16, which was the reason why I put Mensik lower than the great tier. Respect to Wawrinka, but I have to be objective here and put him into the solid tier. Alexei Popyrin's Masters title run in Canada in 2024 is much better than I remember. I remember that people, and probably me as well, were talking about the fact that the draw was bad and people were losing left, right and center, but then I looked at his title run and I was really impressed. In the first round he beat Machac, then it was Shelton, Dimitrov, Hurkacz, Korda and Rublev. Obviously all of those players are not like Grand Slam champions who are real contenders for the title, but they are all great players, and Alexei Popyrin is not that guy, to be honest. And as we can see right now, as we saw prior to this title win, he is just mid player. So him getting this many wins against great players is surprising and kinda crazy. So put him into the great tier because that's kinda insane that he beat all of those players to win his first Masters title. And speaking of players that kinda don't make me feel anything when they play, it's Marin Cilic and his Masters win in Cincinnati in 2016. And in true Marin Cilic fashion, he kinda just won the tournament, which is good. He beat Verdasco, hey. He beat Vertich, hey. Choric was a retirement but still is a solid player, so yay, he beat him. Then it's Dimitrov again, cool. And in the final it was Murray, which is a great win, but I mean it's like, okay, you won the title, that's great, good for you. So it's going into it definitely happened here because I genuinely don't care about this title run. And continuing the title wins that probably nobody cared about, it's Jannik Sinner and his Masters title in Canada in 2023. Okay, he beat De Minaur in the final, yippee! But nothing in this run was impressive, and apart from the fact that he is now a great player, this title win bears no significance, to be honest. So he is the first entry into the not a single soul cared tier. Okay, this next title run from Sasha Zverev in Rome in 2017 is definitely better than the two before mentioned ones. He beat Novak Djokovic in the final. Admittedly, this is probably the worst season of Novak in his entire career, but he's still Novak and you still have to beat him in the final, and Zverev was, I don't know what, he wasn't even 20 probably when he played the finals. Prior to that, he beat Isner, Raonic, Fonini, and Troitsky and Anderson, and all of those players are solid apart from Troitsky probably, who is like definition of mid, but it's good but not great. And yeah, if it was Djokovic of I don't know 2022 even, then it would probably be in a great tier, but no. Since it was in 2017, it goes into the solid tier. The only reason why I remember this next title run is because Andrei Rublev beat Holger Rune in the final of Monte Carlo 2023. And as a fan of Rune, it did sting a bit, but apart from that, this title run was kinda non-eventful again. The Fritz match was, in theory, a good one, but I don't know, Fritz is not that great on clay, wasn't that great in 2023. So it was a match that Rublev should have won. Before that, Struff again should have beat him. Khachanov, I guess, is a good win for the third round, but I don't know. It's like, it just happened. This tournament win just happened. Okay, finally we have a genuinely impressive title run next, because it's Karen Khachanov and his Masters title in Paris in 2018. I mean, most of us who are above 20 years old remember this tournament run, because the last 4 matches that he played, round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, were all against top 10 players, and he did beat Novak Djokovic in the final, so it instantly boosts this title run just because he beat an all-time great. You know, it's a dilemma for me, because is it an iconic title win? It probably is, right? It probably is an iconic title win. Or is it great? Is it top of great? Or is it iconic? It's like, he did beat Dominic Thiem when he was almost in his prime. Zverev was great at that time already. Isner on indoor hard courts is an unbelievable match to win. And Djokovic in Paris, you know what? Great iconic. Fuck. Let's go for iconic. Paris Masters, keep on delivering, because now we are going to talk about Holger Rune's title run in 2022. I mean, do I even have to say anything? He beat 5 top 10 players en route to his title, and the only non-top 10 player that he beat was Stan Wawrinka, so like, what the was this tournament run? Like, it's genuinely incredible how fun, exciting, and unbelievable. It was unbelievable to watch him do the things that he did in Paris, and yeah, it's like there's no other tier that he could go into other than the iconic tier, the top of the iconic tier. Okay, now let's get back to reality, because in 2019 in Cincinnati, Daniil Medvedev won his first Masters title. And the title run was alright. Edmund, Per, Struff, Rublev, Djokovic, but in the final he played Goffin, and yeah, I know that Goffin is like a solid player. He was a solid player for 5-10 years even, but I'm putting this title win in. It definitely happened. It wasn't that great. It wasn't special. So yeah, doesn't deserve to be anywhere above that tier. In 2022 in Canada, Pablo Carreno Busta won his first Masters title, and let's listen to the people who cared. So yeah, he's obviously joining Jannik Sinner into the not a single soul cared tier, even though that title run was kinda good. He beat Berrettini, Rune, Sinner, Draper. So I'm just being a hater here. It's another appearance for Miami Masters because in 2021 Hubert Hurkacz won his first Masters title here. And you know, Hubert is a tough player to rank anywhere because tell me one thing that you remember about him. So yeah, it's not like he's the most memorable guy on tour, and even though the run was good, I struggle to put it anywhere above a solid tier because yeah, it just doesn't feel like it meant anything. He just won a tournament. To no one's surprise, the king of the Monte Carlo Masters, Stefanos Tsitsipas, won his first Masters title there in 2021. And honestly speaking, this title run is bad. It's like, it's Karatsev, Garin, Davidovich Fokina, Dan Evans and Rublev. It just stinks. It stinks. But I cared about it, so it goes above Sinner and Pablo Carreno Busta, but it definitely just happened. It's an easy title run to the Masters title, so yeah, Tsitsipas is going into the it definitely happened tier. Okay, the next title run was more memorable as it was Taylor Fritz's Indian Wells title run in 2022. But again, the reason why I remember it is not because of tennis that much, is because if I remember correctly, his ankle was injured, like it was not looking good before the final, but then he went on some painkillers and then he beat Rafael Nadal, which is great. It definitely happened run, but if we add the fact that he was severely injured in the final, I'm putting him into the solid tier. And to finish the ranking, it's Carlos Alcaraz and his Masters win in Miami in 2022. And I remember many trick shots from this title run against Hurkacz, against Kecmanovic, against Tsitsipas, but it's just it's a solid run. Again, as I said before, for Daniil Medvedev, when he played David Goffin in the final, like, it matters who you beat in the final, and Alcaraz beat Casper Ruud here, and you can have the best run up until the final, but if you play someone who is not, let's say, a great on the tour right now, in the final it's like, it's a bit underwhelming, so I'm putting Carlos Alcaraz in the solid tier just above Djokovic because he's a better player than Djokovic. I feel like I was a bit of a hater in this video, but I guess that's my subjective tier list. If you disagree, you can put yours down in the comment section down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take it easy, my friend.